name is Ángel Mellado, El Brujo de Madrid. They call me El Brujo de Madrid because El Brujo is mean brujería, you know. I can play the guitar like that, like this, any position. Sit down in the chair, yeah. I'm a singer since, I remember since I was 6 years old. On the legs of my father, he was singing to me so close. I have his voice and his song in my brain, my mind forever. It was the best lesson ever I have. It's not many people natural born with the gargareo. Some opera singers and flamenco, few of them. Not the gypsies. Andalusian, Castilian language and sing in Castilian, you know. And that's what I got from my father, and I think I got also from God. I have from God, and I say thank you to him, made me singing like that. So I was singing 6 years old, 7, up to 10, because I kind of go to the school because the school was not open yet for poor people. So I was singing in my neighborhood in summer, in good nights, about 11 o'clock after dinner, under the stars, and I looked into God when I was singing, and my neighbors close to our house, they listen to me and they coming with the chairs to sit down around on the street. These days, the street was no cars. Only working cars for the farming. It was already rest in the house, but was no car, not even a bike. People cannot buy a bike. And we was alone on the street, and my neighbors coming from few houses, a few doors away, and I was singing until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, because there was Saturday night sky. I can see the Santiago way on the sky, and I was singing my song for more than 1 hour. And my neighbor say, "Come on, Angelito, more singing, you make us happy." Cuando yo era chiquitito, me decían las vecinas, "Canta, canta, Angelito, que tú las penas nos quitas." Y yo cantaba y cantaba, y mis vecinas bailaban al compás de mi son en la noche clara. That's good. Yeah. I came into Australia with the reason as a mechanic, with the tradesman mechanic. And my first job was in the Qantas as a toolmaker teaching others how, because I was perfection touch in the machine. In the factory, we have lunches and talk with other workers, manager, you know, this, and they find out, because was other 2 or 3 Spanish working there, and Italians, they find out I was professional singer in Spain, and they asking me to bring my guitar one day up there, and they might be singing when we was eating the lunches 12 o'clock. Okay, so one day I bring in the guitar, and the manager of the section, I say, "Angel, I'm going to make something for you." He started talking with Channel 9, and it was a show called In Melbourne Tonight, the top compare ever in Australia, Graham Kennedy and Bert Newton. And this manager said, "You come there to play the guitar anywhere." So I come in there and I play one solo. You know how much they pay me? 12 pounds. When I calculate in Spanish pesetas, it was in 3 minutes for one song. I play Soleares. In 3 minutes song, I make a month to support my mother for 1 month from Australia. Just one. In 1962, it was very hard. I was lucky. It was a Spanish restaurant, first Spanish restaurant in College Street, where people coming from all the suburbans to come to the theaters and restaurants and cinemas. The city was, Melbourne City was amazing, was really the best time ever, Australia in Melbourne, because was the immigration camp, 1961, 62, 63, I came in 1962, the second ship, after people coming and playing. I moved to Sydney to work in a Cabaret España in Liverpool Street, first Spanish restaurant, Flamenco Tablao. At the same time, I was doing another restaurant very popular called El Patio in George Street, opposite the George Theatre. And the Cabaret España, the show we did 10 o'clock. And after we did on the Arisel Clubs 11 o'clock later. This restaurant was special for me to come there to play for the people who start to learn the Spanish language. They recommend me to the Menzies Hotel for dinner music. My music was special for dinner. And Menzies Hotel was a high class. All rich people come there. I tell you what, in 1970, the steak, it cost in Menzies Hotel $34 already. And in coffee, it costs you $12 a coffee, black coffee. So I was very popular. I was in the newspaper, on The Age. I got publicity, first-class publicity from the Menzies. I met a dressmaker #1 in Australia. She said, when she came to Menzies one night to see the Spanish guitarist, she wanted to do a show for models singing songs on the pasarela, no photos with that, on the pasarela singing songs with the guitar hanging like that, with beautiful models and the top dressmaker in Australia. I will start singing also a little bit in English and love songs. I did it for Australian. All night singing flamenco, no. I composed myself the words. I'm the gypsy fellow from Andalusia, singing son of love, play with my guitar, singing the flamenco, feeling on my heart. And Bésame Mucho, I sing in English, kiss me, my darling. Each time I look in your eyes, I hear music divine. Bésame, kiss me, my darling. Hold me in your arm and say you will always be mine. I was a singer in Spain until I was 24 years old. I won a contest and I working as in a park with the orchestra, with guitarists, accompany me, with orchestra, 60 people orchestra, singing Spanish song. And then I got a guitarist who was my neighbor, and I listened to him in his home, listen, we singing to him. I'm still not professional. I was doing gigs in Madrid, on the park, on the fiestas, and I find out his guitar notes coming to my mind, and I, with my wages, I buy my first guitar. And I did buy the guitar to accompany my sons, because sometimes it's very difficult to find a guitarist to play your songs. You need too many rehearsals. When I come to Australia, I have to dedicate more in my flamenco private home, because I try to sing with guitarists in a flamenco schools, dancers, and those guitarists there, Australian, Italian, Greco, whatever, and they don't know how to accompany a soleá, a seguiría or alegrías. So, in Australia, I have to learn to accompany myself tarantos, seguirillas, alegrías, peteneras, fandangos, sevillanas, all flamenco, chico, mediano, and hondo. When I was singing in Spain, I was singing a little bit cante chico, Andaluce chico. So I decided to accompany my popular songs, Spanish, puro Spanish. Then after that, I try to learn the guitar because I learning the chords and the melodies and the picados. Then after, when I listen the guitar, the old flamencos in Andalusia, I got in my mind and I pick it up the best I could for myself, accompany myself. So my company of my guitar to me was #1. So now, when I start singing with other singers, other guitarists, I can tell them, please, learn properly guitar, flamenco, no jazzy or pop, okay? To everyone. See, now, the thing is, if you play other song, they take the name of the jazzy or the blues or the rock, but they forget the flamenco. So they steal from the flamenco. It's not good for the flamenco. If you want flamenco, flamenco. Okay? When I play Latin American, I play Latin American. But when I try to sing seguirillas, I play soleá, I play seguirillas, I play tarantos, flamenco. From the 18th century. A little bit more extra because I put some extra notes. Because I learning from a book with no teacher and I can put the notes and the chords when I like it for my voice.
Fue aceleración de violinistas, el cello, el arpa, la batuta.
1950s. This is a Curro Maya. Curro Amaya, familia del Carmen Amaya. 1950s. Look at that. Look at that. We're talking about Amaya. My hair. Look at that. With Sabica with Carmen Amaya. For 10 years. And Sabica's married a South American. She was in love with Carmen Amaya. They what I find out. Yeah. And he was the flamenco Paco de Lucia, learning from him in America. He was living in Central Park. Sabica got an apartment in Central Park in New York. That's Sabica's. He's learning from the top flamenco family of Ramón Montoya, the creador of the flamenco in Andalusia, from Málaga, Ramón Montoya. In 1920s. There's only guitarists. Now I can tell you singers.
Sure.
Okay? This is for you. Look at that. That's the top flamenco, my God. look at that there. If you listen this, you can... You know what? I bought this last week. I told my daughter to buy for me. And I got tape and CDs. It cost me $500. And I was listening. From Monday, I got Monday delivery. From Monday until yesterday, every day.
Y de los grandes pianistas.
Well, everywhere in the world, the families, they are the same. In Australia, the Aborigines, I did perform with Aborigines, with the didgeridoo. You know how? At Sigirilla, with a didgeridoo. And the didgeridoo, boom, 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 boom. And they love it. But the people who make the movie, he did like me to do with the didgeridoo. But why the filmmaker employing an indigenous? The engineer asking me to do one song with him on the guitar. So this is Australia. Things happened to me in so many years. The sound is very primitive, like a flamenco. Aha. The indigenous they come from Africa. The flamencos come from Africa. Okay, when the flamenco they dance, it's very much like a flamenco. But the Spanish they do the clap, the tapping. Okay? But before the flamenco they were dancing barefoot. On the house, on the land, the singing on the land, working on the land, on the caves, on the caves, the work on the miners. I know the miners because my father was working on the miner. Me voy pa la mina solo, ay, con el talego en la mano. Me voy pa la mina solo, porque no sabe la gente, ay, ay, lo que yo sufro y lloro. Ay, ay, yo me voy pa la mina solo. Oh. Oh. For the flamenco, is keeping the old tradition, not try to do more step and fancy things to copy American, copy jazz, or copy rock and roll. Don't do that, keep it the flamenco traditional. I will say Carmen Amaya, Massimo, with the first step, but there was only Carmen Amaya. And she was doing the steps in flamenco style, with the legs still steady and like a stick on the floor, with a good feeling on the face. Oh, this fire on the face, this hate, this love, this passion. That's what I'm thinking for Australia. Don't change the modern flamenco. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why there is too much money, but they spoil the art. Why the blues they still design? Why the classical music still design? Why opera still design? Why no flamenco? When they consider few years, many times, when the flamenco started in Spain in last century, the operas and the classicals, they love flamenco, and they coming from Europe to have things from the flamencos in Spain, Andalusian and Gypsies. And that's the flamenco I singing, because I have the records from those. So if the classical flamencos, they got that, me, Español, what I cannot have, this flamenco, and I can play classical a little bit from Albeniz, from Tárrega. I got a book from Tárrega. I got book from Granada. I got music from Manuel de Falla. I got book from García Lorca. Book, poems from García Lorca. And I keep it as, that's all, not the new ones. And between that, I do my own, see? And I still singing the song now with my dancers, and when I perform myself, for the Australian, I still keep it, they love it. And they give me the job because this song keep it traditional Spanish. And everybody will like you in Australia, because even the Australians, I find out for me, myself, they like flamenco hondo when I do with Laura and Fernando. And we do without rehearsing. Just, they dance and I play. I sing, they dance with me. You had to be a really good flamenco to go into the tablao and listen to other flamenco. To listen there, flamenco. Now, but those days, to make money, they do in the theater, on the stage. And to do Paco Peña, it breaks my heart. When he came last month, he is still doing that. Paquito Peña, my friend, I met him in Adelaide, because I was 17 years in Adelaide, in 1974, and I got photo with him. I can show you the photo with him when he was with hair, plenty hair, me with plenty hair. And Paco Peña is still the messenger for the flamenco, puro flamenco. And he got one flamenco dancer from Brazil, and one flamenco dancer from Vasconia. They learning with the Spanish National Ballet, because the top flamenco dancers in Australia in Spanish National Ballet. And I love it because it's a lot feeling. Typical Spanish too. So it's not only flamenco. I'm a natural entertainer and Spanish 100%. Spanish still. I'm Australian now, and I feel good for Australia because they give me good opportunity. When I was doing a show last year with Annalouise, seguirillas, tarantos, martinete, tangos, bulerías, sevillanas, she touched my heart because she was the one I like it. So I come to sing it to do with her concert. And I'm still very happy to sing in Australia because I never stop. I'm still singing. I'm 90 now. I'm still singing. Tomorrow, today is Friday, tomorrow I got a show with a 35 years old dancer. So I had to put my guards, tomorrow. And I'm ready. I say about Australia, I'm very happy here because I make good living with my beautiful wife. I got 2 Aussie daughters and 4 grandchildren Aussies. Thank you very much, Australia. Muchas gracias. Vale. I'll stay here forever.
Se le conoce en la cara a aquel que tiene una pena. Se le conoce la...
I sung one for you. Te vi de bailar un día, Annalouisa, te vi de bailar un día y de ti me enamoré. Sí, bueno, mi flamenquita, que tú me tienes que dar, el tacón de tu zapato para yo taconear. Enseñarme a bailar.
Olé.
Eso lo saqué después que vine aquí. Te vi de bailar un día, Annalouisa. Te vi de bailar un día y de tan me enamoré, flamenquita. That's what it is. Que tú me tienes, la coletilla, que tú me tienes que dar, el tacón de tu zapato, pico, yo doy tu tacón para yo taconear. Bailar.